Hi guys, you're welcome back to our channel. So today we're going to be learning how to make some delicious okra soup from the beginning. You guys know how we do it, step by step, from the scratch, everything that you need to know. And without wasting your time, let's get straight into business. So we're going to start with the protein. I am using a mixture of goat meat, cow meat, some pomo, some cow tripe, also known as shake, thoroughly washed. And we are going to start by boiling all of this. So you place your pot on medium heat, okay? This is our pot. We are going to open it, of course, and put our meat in one by one, okay? And then when you are done with all your meat, you can now go and then add your seasoning powder. You're going to add your salt. You're going to add some onions. There's no need for curry or for thyme. This is a local soup, okay? Now we are going to add some water, just enough to cover the meat slightly. We're going to leave this to boil on medium heat for about 20 to 30 minutes. And of course, you can use any type of protein that you like. You can use your chicken, you can use your fish, any type of protein, okay? I'm just using a combination of what I like. Okay, so we're going to cover this pot now and leave this to cook while we prep our other ingredient, starting with our okra, you guys. Okay, so now we have our okra here. So go to your local market and tell them you want some okra, okay? So this is our okra, and the best way to know if your okra is still fresh is just by chopping off the top of your okra. So this is it. This is the best way to test for the freshness of your okra. So if you cut off easily without any kind of struggle, it means that your okra is very fresh, and it's very important that you use fresh okra for your okra soup, okay? So now we are going to be chopping this okra into different ways. You're going to get a grater like this. You're going to just use your grater to chop your okra. So this is my preferred way of chopping my okra. You can apart from using a grater, you can also use a processor or a blender, depending on what you have. So now for the first method of using your grater, this is how the okra is looking like. So you can just get a grater and then chop your okra, especially if you're a beginner. Okay, so apart from chopping the okra with your grater, you can also use a processor. This is a small blender. You guys should please just ignore the crack around it. It is working perfectly. It fell from my hand and I had to patch it. Okay, so we are going to chop off the top and the bottom of the okra. Then you put this in one by one and just cover your grater, your blender, and then just grate away just like that. This is like the easiest way of chopping your okra. Very easy, straightforward, no stress. Chop life gang, please try and use this method. Very effective as well. Can you guys see? It's almost looking like the first one. It's short, they are similar, okay? So no difference at all. So this way you can also make your okra like this. Now, apart from grating my okra, I also like to cut my okra into smaller chunks like this, so that I will have something to chew on while I am enjoying my soup. This is optional, but I always like to have like 2 equal parts of the chopped version and then the grated version, okay, so that is not just all slimy. You also have something to chew on. Now we are going to move to the realm of the crayfish. We are going to be turning this crayfish into crayfish powder, okay? And the reason why I like to show this part is because I know some people will ask me, "Tea Spices, how do you make crayfish powder?" This is how to make your crayfish powder. Go to your local market, get your crayfish from the market, and then just blend it, grind it, okay, into your powder form. And here you have it. Your crayfish powder is ready. We are going to be using this to make the soup as well. And crayfish powder is very, very important in any Nigerian soup. Now we are going to talk about the peppers. So what kind of peppers are we going to be using? We're going to be using our Scotch bonnet pepper, some fresh pepper. This is also known as atarodo in our local market. And I'm also going to be adding a little bit of this long pepper called cayenne pepper, which is completely optional, but maybe just for that color effect, just a little bit, not too much, okay, so that it would not overpower your soup. Now we are going to, you can either chop these peppers or you can blend it. So I pour the peppers in my small blender and then just blend it away with or without water. Just blend like that depending on how you like it. And then apart from blending, you can also use a mini chopper to grate as well. And if you have a mortar, you can use your mortar to also blend your peppers. Okay, so not too much peppers depending on how well you can withstand the heat of your pepper. Okay. So as you can see, you can either blend your pepper into a smooth puree or just chop it up like this. So apart from the peppers, we're also going to be prepping our fish, and I'm using just 2 medium sizes of pieces of your catfish. You can use any type of fish that you like, your fresh fish, your mackerel fish. Okay, we are using just catfish, and you're going to just, if it comes dried smoked catfish, so you're going to just pour some hot water over it just so that it can be a little bit soft for you to take the bones out, and just to make sure that it is well clean and properly washed. Okay. So here we are trying to debone our catfish just to make sure that our catfish is well cleaned. And by the way, if this is your first time on this channel, you're welcome. My name is Tosin. My mission is to help you become a better home cook. So I'd like to please implore you to please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of our latest updates, because as a matter of fact, next week we're going to be learning how to make some juicy and delicious meat pie from the scratch. Okay, so now we are done with our fish, and now we are going to open our meat. It's been boiling now for about 25 minutes and it's ready. Yeah, like it's very ready. So we're going to continue cooking by introducing the other ingredients that we prepped earlier: our catfish, our crayfish powder, our other ingredients, and of course our okra and some palm oil. So I'm just using my spoon to scrape the sides of the pot so that at least it can look a little bit presentable. So I started by adding some pepper. So are you guys following? So you're going to start by adding your peppers, and then you're going to go ahead with your smoked catfish or any other protein that you're using, and also this crayfish powder as well. Okay, so the best way to use your crayfish powder is to add it before and after you're done cooking. Okay, so I added just a little. And then this thing called locust beans, this is a local spice found in most markets. If you stay in the west, in the south, just ask for it. It's called local beans, also known as iru. And to be honest, okra soup in the Yoruba way is not complete without it. So if you can find it, just add a little bit of it. And yeah, you're going to just stir together, and then you're going to add some more water. And you're going to just, because of course it's looking dry, right? You guys can see that it's actually dry. I'm going to just add some water and then just leave this to cook on medium heat. Because we just added some fresh pepper, we want the fresh peppers to cook. Okra does not take time at all. Okay, so now we're also going to be adding some seasoning powder, because the one we added earlier would not be enough for the okra we're going to be introducing later. And I also added some salt as well. Remember, no curry and no thyme. So as usual, today's shout out will be going out to Mata Joseph. Thank you for dropping a comment in our previous post. If you want to get a shout out as well, just make sure you drop a comment under this post, and you're going to get a warm hug and a free shout out in our next post. Okay, so after leaving this to boil for about 5 minutes, we are going to add some palm oil. So usually I like to add my palm oil before adding the okra. Some people add the palm oil together with the okra, but I feel like it's just better this way. So add your palm oil in first, stir together, and then allow the palm oil to cook very well, because when we add the okra, we are not going to be wasting any single time at all. Okay, so we're going to just cover this and allow it to cook on medium heat for at least another 8 to 10 minutes. So now we are going to now introduce our okra, and this is the final ingredients we're going to be adding. You're going to add our chopped okra and then the diced one. Okay, so I'd like to ask you guys a question. What do you use to chop your okra? Do you use a manual grater, a blender, or you use your knife? How do you chop your okra? I'm really curious, so just drop your answer in the comment section. So now we have our okra inside. We are just going to stir together, and you guys, I like my okra to be very, very thick. So yours can be very light. Yours should in short be lighter than this, so it means that you just have to, add more water and all of that. But if you like thick okra like I do, make sure that your water to okra ratio is not too much. Okay, so we're going to just leave this to cook on medium heat for at least another 3 to 5 minutes, and it is ready. You don't want your okra to be too soft at all. So you guys, they said that if you cover your okra soup, it is not going to draw. Is it true? Because I grew up with that mindset. My mom taught us while growing up that we should not cover okra soup, we should not cover a ogbono soup. So I don't know what you guys think. Do you cover your okra or maybe your ogbono soup while you are cooking it? I'd really like to hear your views in the comment section. So you guys, we have come to the end of our video for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. And you guys, what do you want us to make next? Just drop your answer in the comment section. Thank you so much guys for watching. Bye guys.